all day, every day, struggle with this feeling of I should not be here, and nobody realizes that I actually don't know what I'm doing, or that Sure, I would describe imposter syndrome as feelings, well, certainly very aversive private events around feeling inadequate, and a sense of that you don't deserve to be where you're at, or that you've been presented with an opportunity that you feel that you don't deserve or you're not good enough to take. But the point that's difficult, I think, is that this feeling of that you're going to get found out, that nobody realizes that you're not adequate to the challenge. And you know, I've struggled with that from as long as I can remember. And I remember being in school, and no matter how well I would do on a test, I would always be thinking, but next time I'm going to fail. People don't really know I'm actually not smart. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. And people are going to find out. This sense of like, well, I don't understand what this number is saying, because that's not how, it's a fluke. Basically, it's just total luck. And then feeling beyond school, like every job that I had, a feeling of like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, and people don't realize that I have no idea what I'm doing. And just an insecurity around whether I deserve to be where I'm at. And I still struggle with that today. And it's interesting because it doesn't matter what you achieve. You know, I think no matter how much you're striving to do better, to achieve. I mean, I feel like I look at my life and think, well, I have a PhD now. I work at Harvard. I work with Lisa Coyne, who's like one of the top ACT experts. You know, I got to work with John Starbucks. I had amazing mentors in university, behavior analysts, Dennis O'Hora, Dr. Stokes, all these people. And yet I still, every day in my work, I think I cycle through it multiple times a day, this thought of like, I'm doing a great job. I have no idea what I'm doing. I shouldn't be here. Oh no, I'm doing a good job. Oh no, I have no idea what I'm doing. All day, every day, struggle with this feeling of I should not be here, and nobody realizes that I actually don't know what I'm doing, or that I'm going to get found out. This weird anxiety. It's like a weird anxiety that at some point somebody's going to realize that you're not supposed to be there, and that you actually don't know what you're doing, and that's really scary. It's hard to sit with that. But for me, I think ACT has really helped me a lot with the imposter feelings, of just that idea of being able to sit with that, look, get out of my head and into the direct contingencies in the environment, and really try to track the data that's actually available to me, like how other people are responding to me, looking at like, well, I wouldn't be offered these opportunities if people didn't want me to be in those positions, and practicing self-compassion, like just making space for that difficulty and doing it anyway. I just keep doing it anyway.
Where do you see the starting points to working on this as a community?
I think we have to work on it as a community. I think our community, and I noticed this even when I was working in a clinical setting, providing services for kids in home and schools and the usual kind of BCBA stuff, that it's really not, there's like a culture around not admitting that you don't have the answer to something. Not that it's frowned upon to say, I don't know, or to say I'm worried, or I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. There's a culture around like this hard kind of facade that BCBAs or behavior analysts are supposed to have, I think, more so than other fields or other like helping professions, that you can't be vulnerable, and that you can't show emotion, and you can't you need to look like you know what you're doing all the time, and talk the talk. And I think that's problematic. I think that is part of the problem, that kind of fuels, because everybody internally thinks everybody else then knows what they're doing, and they don't. They really don't. You get better and you can learn stuff, but you don't know everything. And it's also weird to me, because then we're modeling, and think about what we're modeling for the clients or for parents. Like parents are struggling with whether they're good enough or whether they're doing a good job or whether they're a good parent. And then we need to be modeling that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to struggle with that stuff and still do it anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think being honest, being like having more people, especially at the top, being willing to say, like, I have failed, I've struggled, I've not done the right thing sometimes, and I've made mistakes, and I learned from them, and it's okay. And like, I'm still here, like I'm still doing this job well, and having these feelings and thoughts come up, and not always having the answer.
Tell me when your stories around failure.
So it's really interesting because I've been thinking about this question since you kind of posed it to me, and